Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beyond the Blur. This is Yashima Marshall, and we're going to be talking about losing our confidence and getting it back. Hi, I'm Yashima Marshall, the VIP coach. I help people with visual impairments cope with the psychological and the emotional part of our vision loss journey, and so we can adjust and adapt to our new journeys, our new normals. So today I'm going to be talking about confidence. Ooh, when we lose our vision, become visually impaired, and start going through this journey of vision loss, sometimes it can really be a confidence stealer, right? And why is that? Because let's think about what's happening with us, what we're going through. We're going through so many changes. A lot of us, we lose our ability to work, right? At least the career, the job we've been working. We, sometimes lose our ability or our ability to drive, right? And then sometimes a lot of tasks that we have always been used to doing and engaging in, we can't do them the way that we used to do them anymore. We even traveling, simple things like traveling, not simple, but fun things like traveling, going on family vacations, grocery shopping. Oh, heaven forbid, I can't forget that. Things like this that we have to rework and figure out how we're going to do them again. And just sitting in the fact that we can't do some of these things right now, or we have to learn how to do them a different way, that causes you to lose your confidence in yourself, I believe. Just speaking for myself, I was a CEO of my business. I was the founder and owner of a nonprofit organization where I help moms and empowered and educate them and equip them. And we would go out, to places, and I always had events, with the moms to do things. I held, you know, annual conferences, to bring the moms together. So I did so much with my family, for other people in the community. And so when I started losing my vision to the point where I was now impaired, right? And impaired what? It means that, I'm not able to do the things that, I'm used to doing. Let's get back, son. It feels like I'm so close. Um, that I couldn't do the things that I'm used to doing and that I've always done. And that messes with your confidence because you have to think about now, how am I going to do it? Right? How am I going to do these things that I've been doing, that I'm used to doing? How am I going to travel to go see my son performances because he's in college out of state? How am I going to, drive and get to these events where their moms that or host these events and all the things I used to do and all the design and creativity I used to do? How am I going to do all those things if I can't see, what's going on around me? How am I going to work and be a therapist if I am not even feeling confident enough to go grocery shopping by myself, right? And so all of these things are going on in our mind. And it's a reality. It's not like we're just making this crap up or we're just kind of, feeling like, ooh, I'm just being over dramatic and, this. No, it's the truth. All these things are changing. Some of these things we won't be able to do anymore, or at least until we figure out how to do it. And ding, 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 ding. That's the key. Gaining your confidence back, at least for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you too, is really going to be connected in your focus and your ability to become more independent again, right? When you become independent and you learn how to confidently use your phone again, how to go to the computer and navigate it, again by using JAWS or a voiceover like I do because I have a Mac. Knowing how to use your computer without using a mouse. Whew, that is not an easy task. It is downright intimidating, frustrating, scary because, who does that? Who uses a freaking computer without a mouse, right? Nobody, right? Yeah, until you lose your vision. And that's how you have to navigate a computer, by using it with voice commands and knowing how to tell the computer what to do and how to do it without using your mouse, right? And it's not easy. So just even the simplest thing is knowing how to navigate and operate your television, to find your clothes. So my suggestion in what I found, my confidence booster in, it's really becoming more independent, learning how to do those things. For me, I love to cook. I love to bake. And I knew when I had lost my vision in my right eye, and my other eye was very blurry, and it was a lot of bleeds happening in them. It's around the same time as my son's 16th birthday. I had to wrestle with myself inside of me that was probably going to be the last cake that I could do in that magnitude again. Being able to get back in my kitchen and cook a full meal by myself was major. That was a serious confidence booster for me. Being able to, because when I walked away from my computer, when I couldn't see it, I couldn't navigate it anymore. I took a leave of absence from my job. And so I didn't know yet how to work, with my Mac, voiceover and all of that, the commands to be able to work on my computer. So when I took that class and learned just the little bit of skills to do that, let me tell you something. I was back getting ready to go back to work. And I think after I went over those humps, the cooking, the working, the navigating my home, organizing myself, become more independent in those areas again, that just boosted my confidence. I was like, I'm back, y'all. I am back. You did not kill me, vision loss. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep writing books. I'm going to be a therapist. I'm going to ride into my retirement like I planned on doing. I still have purpose. I still have a passion for life. And I didn't get that until I started to move. You have to move. You have to take the classes, the training. You have to begin to, feed your mind and your brain and your thoughts with the fact that I can do. Yes, I can do. Yes, I will do attitude. Because if you don't, you're going to stay stuck there in that attitude of thinking you can't do it. Oh, I got to depend on everybody for everything. I don't have any privacy. I don't do this. I don't do that. And some of those things may be true in certain aspects. But when you become independent and you learn how to do banking on your own, learn how to pay your bills again, there are ways you can do it, that you can do it yourself. You don't have to have people do these things for you. A way to read your mail, to read documents, to help you. When you learn that there are ways to do and workarounds to do what you need to do in your life, let me tell you something, honey, there's no stopping you. But you got to believe that for yourself. And you got to believe that for yourself, and you got to take those steps towards what you need to do. So figure out, what are your next steps? My next steps may not have been your next steps. My first step and my next step was learning how to get back in my kitchen and prepare and cook a meal for my family, because that was something that I did. My next step was getting in there and improving to myself that I can make my German chocolate cake again. Don't even play, from scratch. That was important for me. And when I cooked Thanksgiving dinner, and my husband was like, "No, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do all the things." And I was like, "Time out. You are not kicking me out of my kitchen on Thanksgiving. We are gonna do this, and we're gonna do it together." And he was like, "Really? Are you serious?" I am dead ass serious, honey. I am going to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner and doing the things that I used to do, and you do all the things that you used to do. And if I need help, I got y'all here to help me. What a blessing I have. So anyway, think about what your next steps are. What is it that you need to do, excuse me, to build your confidence? Because you can do it, and you need to do it for yourself. In order for you to get that confidence back, you have to start trying those things and doing those things that you used to do, but doing them differently. And sometimes you might even be better at it. Who knows? You never know. Never doubt yourself. I hope that was helpful today. Thank you for joining me on Beyond the Blur. We got Shima. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share my videos so other people who have visual impairments can get some help that they need. Thanks. Talk to you later. Toodles.